So, here we are, the PBR update. It is finally here. It broke all my things, it broke all your playthings, and you will probably hate me for this. But anyway, we're here, we got the PBR update, so we might as well go with it. No worries, I'm going to fix the rest of the things that are still broken, and I'm going to try to implement as many things as I can back into the viewer. The screen space reflections are not coming back. Tone mapping is not coming back either. Color correction is not coming back. Maybe the post processing effects are coming back, at least some of them. Everything you see is 100% Linden graphics. What you see is completely untouched by me. I did not do anything. Reflection probes. What do? Well, you just put a reflection probe outside, just set the water to be really reflective, and it just works. It will, use the reflection probe to reflect the sky, the terrain, the avatars, everything that is being detected by the reflection probe. Really simple stuff. Screen space reflections. They were kind of necessary because they got rid of the real time reflections that we had for water reflections. Because they were too slow. Yeah, I know. Anyway, water reflections now use a combination of reflection probes and screen space reflections. Wait a second, screen space reflections? Wasn't that the thing that we already had in, I don't know, like Dragon maybe? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly what we had. Except the ones that they are using are technically more advanced. Well, the technical implementation is more advanced. The current implementation is actually worse, I guess. In future updates, they will be improved. They will hopefully become a little bit diffuse, so you don't have like a clear mirror image of whatever you're reflecting. So they look a little bit more like screen space reflections would usually do. Anyway, old screen space reflections gone. We got new ones, and they will hopefully be better in time. So, this brings us to my favorite part, my personal changes. If you look at the changelog, you will see that there are a lot of them. And I don't think we have time to talk about all of them, because the changelog is pretty fucking big. Like my cock. Most of these changes don't really matter, because they are just fixes for all the stuff that PBR broke. But there are a couple things that I would like to talk about. First, the one that made me personally the happiest to have it fixed is the one and only crash that a lot of you have been experiencing all the goddamn time. Like 100% reproducible. I've never managed to reproduce it a single time. But you somehow managed to. Not gonna lie, it was upsetting. But something beautiful happened. A couple days ago, I was just minding my own business, making changes to the viewer, running the debugger to do something. So I teleported from one place to the other, and you teleport, and half your avatar is missing. So what do? Naturally, you right click these pieces to make them reappear, right? Guess what happened? I had the debugger running, and I crashed. What are the chances? They are, I don't know, probably they're too big to put in numbers. Anyway, I got the crash, and I fixed it. It's fixed. It's fixed. It only took me 10 years to finally find it and fix it, so let's hope that doesn't happen again. Anyway, the second nicest thing that happened, because, I was just fixing things. I was in good spirits because I just fixed a bug that I, was trying to find for 10 years. I was like, mmm, mmm. let's do more. So I looked into my to-do list and I saw the animation corruption bug. With a little bit of help of some users, I looked into the code, and guess what? I found that I had actually 2 export codes. Well, obviously no more. So yeah, you can now, you know, import, export, change animations. You can, keep continuing your work that you have done. And with that, I would say that the animation export is somewhat stable. Can you say stable? I suppose it is stable enough. It can be used. I already used it for some really cool things, which brings me to the third part of this. So, what's the third part? Well, someone came to me and asked me, hey, what about this? Can we do something like this? Linden Labs doesn't want to do it. I said, yeah, we can. Challenge accepted. So I fucking did. What was this thing? Well, I can just show you a video. So roll the video. So now that you've seen how it looks like, you're probably impressed. I was too, because it actually looked better than I thought. But then someone came up and said, oh, this is all nice and dandy, but when you're in first person and you have certain items that have link sets, and you animate these link sets while moving around, they will break apart. Can you fix this? Of course I can. That's what I did. I fixed it. So now we have better first person animations. We have actual first person aiming. Combine this with proper aiming, weapon holding, whatever first person animations, and you get a proper first person system. All the testers were pretty happy with it. So I'm pretty happy with it because it's pretty good. Could be better, but Lastly, the least important change, I would say, the new loading screen that we have. Well, like new login screen, login loading screen. Sorry for the confusion. You saw it and you were like, "What's new about it? It looks exactly the same as before." No, it doesn't. It has a second little progress bar now. This was mainly used for the inventory skeleton creation, so you now see exactly what the viewer is doing. Well, and the viewer obviously doesn't hang anymore, so there's no, uh, you know, danger of getting stuck anymore and getting disconnected because oh no, the viewer wasn't responding for like 10 seconds or something. But hey, it's a cool new loading screen. Shows the sub progress. It shows the progress for your inventory creation. This should hopefully ultimately improve especially large inventory logins. I know the viewer always had issues with people with, large inventories because it took so long to create the inventory skeleton without the viewer responding. Hopefully this is fixed. Please do tell me if it is. If you had the issue before that you couldn't log in because the viewer kept disconnecting or kept, dying somewhere in between, do let me know if it's fixed now. Because that's the whole reason I did this entire rework. So, with all of these important changes mentioned, and with the warning that this update is still a beta, I hope that obviously the video doesn't crash for you. I hope that it's a lot more stable, and I do hope that you will be having fun, especially now with the post creator, which should hopefully work better. Oh, and just a tiny little secret. I may or may not have allowed positioning all bones. Anyway, with all of these things out of the way, a very special thank you to all of you users who keep supporting me with nice IMs, DMs, messages, videos, or just, forum posts, Reddit posts, or anything like that. Giving me positive feedback, or reviewing the viewer, or just telling me, hey, yo, Niran, I like what you're doing. I like your viewer. It runs great. Even those small little nice messages do help me continuing the viewer, because it does encourage me actually continuing the viewer. No one likes working on something that no one likes, right? And to all the Patreon users, a very big and special thank you that you keep supporting me and thus the viewer with money that you probably need as much as I do. Without you, the viewer just wouldn't be possible. So, a very big and special thank you to all the Patreon users. You're amazing. I suppose it is time for me to finally say goodbye. And just in case I don't get to make an update video until Christmas, I wish all of you a Merry Christmas. And in case I somehow manage to bog New Year's up as well, I also wish all of you a Happy New Year. I'll see you all around in the next update video. What was it?